You know, Texas goes to Arkansas Saturday, and I know that many of you are not paying attention to this game. And the line on the game's Texas minus 13 and a half, and it's a noon kickoff Eastern time on ABC. But they call this place Vietnam for a reason, and Texas is one of the first to remind you why they call it Vietnam. Last time they went up there a couple of years ago, nightmare. Total nightmare. Just ambushed. Arkansas laid in the weeds, and Texas rolls in there number 15 in the country, 40-21. And it really didn't even feel that close. Arkansas is off a bye here. Now, that means a little bit, but last time Arkansas was at home off a bye, LSU kind of handled them. So Taylon Green looks to be healthy. Jaquindon Jackson looks to be back in this game. But the bad news is Texas, to me, feels like they may be ready to hit their stride. I think there's a lot of upward mobility still with Texas. Last time we saw them, they blew out Florida last week. The last time we saw Arkansas, they got blown out by Ole Miss. So your lasting images, not all that great for the Pigs. I learn a lot about teams like Texas in these moments because I look at Oregon, which is the number one team in the country right now in the playoff standings, and I don't just think about what they did against Ohio State. I think about the next week when they went to Purdue and blew them out. And then they played Illinois and they blew them out. And they just keep blowing people out, which is a big deal because the elite teams do that. They blow the teams out they're supposed to. And then pretenders, they struggle with those teams they're supposed to blow out. Maybe they beat them, but they still struggle with them. Texas, if they are what I think they are, should go into Arkansas, and it should be tough, and it shouldn't be easy at the beginning, but they should pull away in the second half. Should. And I'll tell you what else they should do. They should have a lot of success throwing the ball. They should be able to manage Arkansas secondary. Arkansas is 125th against the pass this year. Texas is top 10 in that category offensively. Their problem's been turnovers. They've turned the ball over. They did it against Georgia. Georgia, 4 of their 6 scoring drives started in Texas territory. Vandy hung with them because Texas set them up in plus territory. You make Arkansas drive the length of the field, Arkansas will not beat you. But what Arkansas can do, if you give them favorable field position situations, is they are a top 5 explosive play offense in the country. That's what they can do. Sustained drives, not so much. But if you set them up on your 42-yard line, couple of plays into the end zone before you even know what hit you, that they can do. So that's number one, area to be careful. Number two, and here's the hammer, and this is the reason why I really like Texas in this game, they are number one defensively in explosive plays allowed. So even the one area where Arkansas makes you look and say, ooh, circle that one. Texas says, yeah, we'll do you one better. So turnovers could always be an issue. Yes, obviously, no one can forecast that. But Texas defense is 3 straight games with 3+ takeaways. So Texas has actually been the one forcing the issue, not Arkansas. Colin, let's take a look at what the model thinks. The FanDuel number is Texas minus 13.5. The model is a little bit more bullish on the Horns. They got Texas minus 14. We have Texas minus 14. And I think they'll do it. I got some Texas folks texting me as recently as last night reminding me of the long and storied track record and treacherous track record of Texas going into Vietnam, formerly known as Fayetteville. But I'm not falling for it this time. I think Texas will go in there, and I think they'll take care of business, and I think they'll win, and I think they'll cover. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.